So some things that we've done at the Statesman to advance our business, and you're going to have to kind of click through this, yeah. So rebranding. We've talked about the rebranding a little bit, just the logos, the new image, modernization, coming into the 21st century in terms of our digital platform. I commented earlier, you know, so many of you are in the tech business in this room. Media, that's one of the areas that media struggles the most. We've been catching up for years on the technology aspects. So many of you in this room, our industry could learn a lot. Targeted marketing. So advertorials is sort of a bad word in my business, right? On the editorial side, you ask an editor, go ask someone like Gregory Moore at the Denver Post if he likes advertorials or that concept, and you know, he doesn't. It makes him sick, because that is, once again, that concept that you're feeding people what they want to hear. You have paid content hiding as editorial objective content. Now, targeted marketing is a different concept. You're upfront about it. You're transparent about the fact that it is sponsored content, that you have someone that wants to show this individual a story. You have someone that wants, you know, let's use Patagonia for an example. They come out with a new jacket. They want to sell that jacket. You happen to have had a reporter that goes out and writes about that jacket for the fashion section. If they want to have some editorial adjacency with that article, what we call editorial adjacency, and they want to couple a video that they've made on your page, that would be what targeted marketing is. They know who's clicking on that page is probably interested in that jacket. There's a great opportunity for them to advertise. That is a key in business growth in this industry, is being upfront about it, showing people that it is an advertisement, but targeting the people that are going to be going to that place anyway. Value creation, overcoming old stereotypes. The Statesman for years was free, right? I mean, if you ran for office once back in 1972 and lost, you were getting the Statesman in the 1990s and in 2000, still coming to your mailbox because you were identified as someone that was interested. That was the business model. We have chosen not to go that route, and there's a reason for that. You know, the Wall Street Journal, there's a reason that people pay for the Wall Street Journal. There's valuable business information in there for you to be able to make your financial decisions, your investment decisions. No different in politics. We have hundreds of businesses that are operating on Capitol Hill in Denver, Fortune 500 clients that are making their decisions in Colorado based on what the political climate, how the political climate is playing out in the state. Specifically, but the behind-the-scenes political news. What decision is being made by leadership in the House and Senate? Are they going to pass this regulatory bill or not? There's value in that. So we are creating that, once again, reinstituting that value in the Statesman, and we've seen subscriptions increase 70% since I've started, paid subscriptions. The new web publishing platform. If I seem a little exhausted today, it's because we actually launched our new website today. And any of you in business that have launched a website before, you know what that's like. You know, put a multiplier of 100% on that for working in media and having all of these different angles you have to make sure work on your beta edition before you launch. So we're launched today, www.coloradostatesman.com. See, I'm showing you I'm old school right there. You don't have to put the www on the front of it anymore. Yeah, go to coloradostatesman.com, check it out. We're very proud of the new platform that we have. In fact, here it is. This is the front page today. Did my microphone die? Are we good? No, we're good. Okay. This is the front page today. News on the U.S. Senate race with John Kaiser getting in. Right next door, we've got news on Tim Neville, who's both running for the Republican nomination. Looks kind of like a Republican front page today, and that's not by design. But we are still very down the middle, nonpartisan, or what I would call pro-partisan. You can go to the next. So one more. So the powerful back-end tools for clients. And if you want to go to the next slide, Lee. Oh, it'll be in a couple apparently. There we go. So this is just a front page depiction of our website. If Joe Blow goes on the website, this is what it's going to look like. And you can go to the next. If Representative John Smith logs into our website and we have clients that want to send a certain message to Representative John Smith, whether it's showing that they are spending ad money or they want to be more complex about it and send a direct message from 1,000 of Representative John Smith's constituents in his district and deliver it through the Colorado Statesman, they're able to do that. And you'll see that by those red ads on the top. So we're getting into the very targeted marketing, just like Facebook. We're not recreating the wheel. I think I've got two more of my cartoons to bore you with perhaps here, but this one, for those of you that remember the battle on 30-round magazines from last session, John Caldera and Representative Joe Salazar, and then of course the beloved Dudley Brown as Peppermint Patty there in the background. These are one of the ones that I got some phone calls on. So, and another one I got a phone call, and I understand that you're going to get to hear from the treasurer next week. But Treasurer Walker Stapleton, as you can see, I go after any side, Republican or Democrat, doing some waffle making there on para policy, cooking with the treasurer. And you can go to. I'm going to have you go back a couple, Lee. One more. Yep, there we go. So this is our growth. The reason I'm hiring is because this is our growth in readership since January 1st, 2015. I'd like to think we're doing some things right because, again, it is the upside down graph for the industry. Our readership is right at 58,000 this month. We're actually a little bit higher than that, but we take the last 3-month average for each of those calculations. So we're drawing a lot of traffic to the website. We're getting a lot of interest. And I'm happy, honestly, at the 60,000 number because you've got, generally speaking, I'm going to have maybe a Mitt Romney moment here, but you have 1% of the population that, generally speaking, has the time or the interest, frankly, sad to say, in political news. And you take that number with our population of whatever it is, over 5 million, that's where you're going to have the interest. Those are going to be our readers. Not saying that other people aren't interested, but we're so hyper-political that those are going to be our readers. You can go forward. This is obviously an older readership survey, but you can see that our readers, specifically, I want you to look at the circle there that shows the blue and red. We're actually read by 49% Democrats, 47% Republicans, 4% unaffiliated. I like that number. I think as long as we can keep that half and half and maintain the interests of both parties, we're in good shape. I'd like to have a few more unaffiliateds, but we're in good shape in terms of our political readership. So I'm gonna have a shameless plug here. We're doing our relaunch party on February 4th. If any of you are interested, come up to me afterwards. We'll make sure that you get a ticket. We're going to be screening a promotional video that we made. We've got big names. The governor is in the video talking about the history of the Colorado Statesman and many others, and just having a good time at the governor's residence on February 4th. If you have time, we'd love to have you out there. And we'd love to have you as subscribers. This is our subscription page. Again, coloradostatesman.com, subscriptions. And I do believe that we, of any of the publications in the state, have the most in-depth and non-biased coverage in terms of politics. And I think you're going to have a lot of fun reading our pages in 2016 with this big election. My contact information is up there. I've got my cell phone up there. Anytime you'd like to contact me, feel free. We'll have to answer any questions at this point.